This video will be an urgent message video. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like the channel. I want to thank all my brothers and sisters for supporting me. I really want to thank, Rack 100. I want to thank a lot of brothers and sisters for really tuning in, supporting my content. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all you guys. I got an urgent message that, it may shock a lot of you guys. We got to know, the time that we are living on this earth. I want to break this down to you, fam. There's a lot of us pushing, our continent. There's a lot of people pushing good content. I always said to myself, fam, that, what's going on, with the U.S., currency, the American, dollar, the dollarization. I always been thinking that if they take the dollar away by next year and they coming with this Amazon, for you to come in to, scan the palm of your hand to purchase items. And, I always been thinking about this, fam, that what happened when, we lose the currency and we got Brazil, and you got China and Russia, and Africa, and you got all these foreign countries lining up for our U.S. currency. While we looking in on our left hand side, you have China and Russia looking on the right hand side, and you got North Korea and Russia supposed to be meeting together. So always been thinking about this, fam, that what would happen to the U.S. currency when things start to deflate. How will we afford food, and how will we go about the cost of living if you don't have the money? If you have the money, will you put yourself to buying a home? When we looking at natural disaster and things like that, we have to kind of pay attention to our global warming. I've been hearing a lot of scenarios, and I've been hearing things about California, how California could be at a higher risk. If you notice that they've been talking about the San Andreas fault lines. They've been talking about California get the major earthquake. It's not just me saying this. There's scientists, scholars saying this. What's going on right now? We getting a lot of these wildfires that's coming out of Canada. There was reports saying that they had reported 5,000 wildfires that's coming out of Canada. We getting a high volume of volcano eruption. We got all the seismic activity. When it comes to weather changing, of our climate, I don't really think that a lot of people paying attention to it. Just look at, there was a typhoon that was going on in China. Then I don't know where's there typhoon going into Nevada that had, major flooding that they didn't have in 20 years. There's a lot of things, that we seeing, that's really taking place right in front of our eyes. We seeing like, 27 years, 100 years of, this famine that's coming. I really think that we need to ask a question about climate change and how it will affect, our vegetation, our crops, and how would things get better when we going into, our global warming, and when we going through the infrastructure and, seeing inflation highs, and, seeing, the value of the U.S. currency dollar, I'm saying this to say this. How would anybody be prepared for what is, at stake? I've been trying to, tell you guys how severe, this hurricane season will be. They're not telling you how bad it will be. Colorado University, they put out, upgrade of hurricane season, how it would be. We have Tropical Storm Lee that's going all the way to the Les Antilles, and could be making the way to Puerto Rico. There've been a lot of favorable conditions. If you look at the model track, if you look at the trend, it seemed like there's a lot of people say that it can go into the East Coast, that it can make, that turn, to the East Coast. Then you got another tropical storm that's developing, that's at 70%. Now this storm they talking about, this is a monster that's going into Texas. Now I've been hearing that how the whole Houston, Texas will be catastrophic. I've been hearing this before. So there's another thing that I've been wanting to, share, that they've been saying by the beginning of next year, April 2nd, that, California will get the big bang. California will get an earthquake that will be 9.8, that will bring in 750 feet tsunami wave. I've been hearing a lot of stuff, so, just please share this video. Please take things, with a grain of salt. I'm not trying to put out no fear monger. Just please pay attention to what's at stake, and have a preparedness, because these things is gonna, visit our earth. Scientists and, meteorologists and scholars, they've been talking about this for a long time. So, I guess California's due. I don't think nobody's safe. I feel that, this is the time that we can, connect with each other, communicate, because they've been talking about, they've been talking about the Russia planning to, they're planning to use a chemical, nuke to set off internet, access, where we don't have no control of the internet, where we don't have no control to communicate with one another. So this is something that we should really, really pay attention to. You know, so I feel like, you know, we in much danger of what's coming ahead for, you know, 2024. So you guys, please share this video. Please have a preparedness. Don't forget the 3 P's: to practice, prepare, and persevere.